That's what's important, right?
Well, he's the most winningest coach in in NFL history.
Bill Belichick.
I would assume he has more wins than anybody.
Fuck yeah. Well, we're live, Tim. What's up, world, internet?
Here we are.
Here we are. We're
Here
batting
we
balls.
are. And if you're joining us this week, this is fantasy football finals, week one. So if you've made it, this far, congratulations. It was a tumultuous season. Some teams are no longer playing, and the ones who are, congratulations to you. It was a hard year. It was truly one of the hardest years I think I've ever seen. The scoring was just, oh man, it was so low. You had so
Yes.
few guys that were just like monster guys, like consistently. Um, Patrick Mahomes kind of stands out as like, I don't understand why Patrick Mahomes doesn't just get drafted like number one overall in like every fucking league. Like, it seems like all the leagues that I'm in anyway, like the team that has Patrick Mahomes just is like dominated basically all fucking year. And he's dominated all year. Like points wise, I mean, the guy is just insane. For fantasy, I mean, he's got to be one of the most consistent players, I would say. And that's another thing is like they took his biggest, well, maybe not his biggest weapon. It's arguable if Tyreek Hill was his biggest weapon, but they took a big weapon away from him, and he still just has this massive fucking season. And it's like with Byron Pringle and the Goonies, Patrick Mahomes is really man. I mean, they had enough confidence to say we can get it done without Tyreek Hill. Like that's how good he is, It's just unreal.
Yeah, it is. I'm curious as to what. Do you know Kansas City's record? Here it is. They're 10-3.
Yeah. Yeah, quietly 10-3. Like just quietly, like, man, we're still one of the best teams in fucking football. Like not going anywhere, seemingly. And with just him and Kelsey too. I mean, you can't deny that they're the tops.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
You want to talk about tonight's game?
We got San Fran and Seattle. There's a lot of really cool fantasy players in this game.
At Seattle. Oh, dude. So I hit big on daily fantasy. I've shown you this, but I'll go ahead and show the people real quick. Well, I think I took a
Well, we should
screenshot.
definitely do one this week
Yeah. So this is I bet a
for a dollar.
dollar. I bet a dollar out of 8,000 people, and I came in fourth place and won $125, which fucking blows my
And I
mind.
think we can do better than this too. I really do.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like this is like a 1 in a million shot, but whatever the fuck I hit, it
That
still.
defense, buddy. Yeah.
You can't argue with a $1 investment that pays off over 100. I mean, that's insane. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Just turn a George into a Benjamin.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even like feel
It's like
foreseeable.
magic. It's like fucking alchemy, dude.
I mean, pretty much. I mean,
You're
they
you're
always.
transmuting money.
Yeah, fuck those people that were trying to figure out how to alchemize gold. You can just
Right. You can
multiply
just
money.
turn ones into 100s with
Fuck.
James Conner
Yeah.
and DeAndre Hopkins in New England defense.
Yeah. So you want to do one for tonight then?
Well, yeah, I think we should. It
All right.
seems like beneficial.
All right. So that one was a single entry as opposed to a multi-entry. So I'll do a single, and that one was a dollar. I'm down for a dollar, or there's a $2 one here.
$2 getting a little ballsy now.
Yeah, but look, it's out of 5,000 people as opposed to 8,333. This is the same one that I won. I feel like I should do the same one that I won
Who
last
was
time.
on the $2 bill? Jefferson? I think it was Jefferson.
Yeah, maybe. But this is the one I remember it being the NFL Squib, and look, it's 8,333. So I feel like I should do the same one because I got good juju
Yeah.
on this one. And
Yeah,
it's
we definitely
and it's a
rock the
dollar.
same
So
one.
look, first place gets you. Yeah, so fourth place got me 125. I don't know how anyone beat I didn't go back and look at the rankings, but I feel like getting fourth place out of 8,000 is like who
Mhm.
how did someone rank slightly higher than me if I picked everything just right? Like I just don't fully understand that, but whatever. Um, but as I was explaining to you, if you go all the way up to 2,080, so as long as you score within 2,000 out of 8,000 people, you'll double your money.
Seems pretty sweet.
I mean, you just have to pick the right guys. I mean, I know the odds don't like completely line up, but in
And
best case scenario, you win $350, and I've already won
well, I
125
mean,
doing it.
just always remember, even when it's a sure thing, the ball ain't round.
That's true. So here we go.
That's the way it goes, man. I mean, you can have a guy that's a dead to right 40-point guy, like he's got the cream matchup. He's put up 40 fucking points all year. And then their off or defense can go in with a game plan. We're gonna put three guys on this guy the whole time. Like and then you just get totally screwed that game. That's the way it goes.
Okay, so the MVP's got to be Christian McCaffrey, right?
I was kind of thinking that too, yeah.
I mean, I know he's the most expensive player, but there's a reason for that. They're going to be running him
He looked
all night.
he looked so good that I don't have as many questions about him. Like he just looked that good. Like I questioned McCaffrey's health for a long time. He's upright. He's playing well. He's gonna put up a fuckload of points tonight.
You also want George Kittle, right?
I want George Kittle. And I will say this: Seattle has given up the second most points to tight ends this year in fantasy, so it is a good matchup for Kittle too. That being said, Andy's been good this year. That being said, he's good. He's rolling. He could totally shit the bed tonight. There's no question. And like, shit, well, don't you want one of the quarterbacks in this? Like, you got to have one of like that Brock Purdy kid or who's slinging the rock for Seattle? Geno Smith sucks. I wouldn't take him if you paid me.
And Purdy's expensive.
Well, the thing about Purdy is if they're gonna air it out, I don't know.
How about
Debo Samuel's not playing tonight, huh? That's a pretty deal.
what about 49ers defense? They're cheap.
Yeah.
Will they stop the Seahawks?
I don't know, man, because you've got good players for the Seahawks too. I mean, you've got the running backs pretty good, and as well as Kenneth Walker. Yeah, I think that guy's pretty fucking good. And DK Metcalf, we've said it before, is a bad motherfucker. All those guys are good, man. There's some really good fantasy players and just good football players in general in this game.
So we'll pick up Walker. Um,
Seattle defense, they're gonna get blown out. There's no way. I mean, they are a good value, but like, I just think that San Francisco's on a roll. They look great. I would expect that to continue. And so if Seattle's gonna have a chance, it's gonna have to be maybe a point, a showdown kind of game. A gunslinging game, if you will.
How about a kicker? Which team do you think is going to kick the most points in this?
Seattle.
Seems like a coin toss bet, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, Seattle's kind of known for Jason Myers is a good kicker. Like he's always been a good kicker, and Seattle will kick the ball. I mean, they're kind of a defensive team. Defensive teams, are just looking to get points and win any way they can. So,
all right, so we have $10,000 left. The best we can get for 10,000 would be the 49ers defense.
I think that's actually kind of reasonable, man.
So we got Christian McCaffrey as our MVP, George Kittle, Kenneth Walker, which is the running back for Seattle, Jason Myers, who's the kicker for Seattle. Hopefully he'll put up some points. And then, you got to throw out a defense there too. I mean, I feel like just with Christian McCaffrey being MVP, gives us a decent chance of at least doubling our money in this. I mean,
Well, I think it's the safest way to go, but I think that if you were to truly put your money where your balls were, you would take Brock Purdy. And the reason being, all the points that McCaffrey gets, or some of the points that McCaffrey gets, and as well as Kittle, Purdy's going to get those points too. And so, and if you watch the game against Tampa Bay, this huge game that Christian McCaffrey had was because Purdy was throwing him the ball. It wasn't like he was just doing it all on the ground. I mean, he was hitting like long bombs to him and shit. So that's the only thing that I'll say is that you're kind of making the decision. I'm just going to go with McCaffrey. I know Purdy's a good player. I know he could have a good game too, but I think McCaffrey's going to have a better game. And I think that's pretty reasonable. I'm kind of on the same page.
Well, Purdy, I mean, he had one fantastic game.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Christian McCaffrey, since the day he got traded to San Francisco, has been like a fucking lightning
it up.
So
yeah, I agree with you.
If it were between the two, I would go with McCaffrey. Not saying that Purdy couldn't,
No, you're right.
Off,
I mean, and I think you use the right term too. I mean, he really could be lightning in a bottle. We'll see. It's I don't know if I said this earlier, but it is definitely a prove it kind of game for San Francisco. I mean, I think if they go out tonight, and I'm expecting them to, I think if they go out tonight and light it up, it won't be. But if they go out tonight and they struggle, I mean, the jury could still kind of be out on them.
But anyways, that's $1, and that's it. It's in.
I like it. Yeah. It seems really solid. It's a solid team for sure. You're kind of saying with this team is like you're expecting it to be a defensive game. I think it will be a defensive game.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's just $1, so
it's $1.
While we're betting on that game, you want to bet on it outright. So the Seahawks, no, the 49ers are favored by 3.5 points.
Yeah, and so I think Vegas agrees with us too that they kind of think it's going to be a defensive struggle. And
43.
I can see it going either way, honestly. If that's the case, and if it is a defensive game and it's very running based, it will come down to a field goal or two. I think 3.5. It's probably more like 3. So I think 3.5 might be a little high. And 43, good God, I'm definitely going with the under on that. I don't know where they're coming up with that. I mean, maybe. I mean, maybe multiple touchdowns get scored in this game, but I just don't see it going that way. These are two defensive teams that are divisional rivals. They play each other twice a year, every year. Let's just pull up the stats. Let's see. So
Vegas is saying
the last time that Seattle played the 49ers was September 18th. It was week 2 this year. There were less than 40 points scored in that game. So there were 35 points scored in that game. I mean, that's kind of the way it goes with San Francisco and Seattle, like every time they play, even going back to the Super Bowls, is they're usually not like blowouts. I mean, I'm sure there've been a few along the way, but most of the time they're pretty tight.
So under 43.5.
I think, yeah. It makes sense.
Makes sense to me too. How about well shit, dude, we got some money in our bank account now. How about a $5 bet? Oh, that only wins $4.35. That kind of
bullshit.
That's annoying.
I don't like it. Yeah, back to 50 cents with you swine.
Well, that's how they get you, man.
It is. It's like that's the bet I want to make, though.
We can look at alternative spreads, or here's how we.
So are you taking Seattle to win this game?
I feel like it's a coin toss bet. So yeah, if I had to
Hey,
choose,
hold on just a second. I'll be right back.
yeah,
Hey.
I'll go ahead and take this as a coin toss bet. So I mean, the Seahawks are in the uptrend. What's their ranking here? What's their they're 7-6. 49ers are 9-4. 49ers got a new QB. He looks real good, but we just don't know yet. He's not proven. It's a coin toss. It can really go either way. So if you're in a coin toss situation and you have a
Take
dollar,
the underdog.
yeah, right? A dollar wins a dollar.
You're going to have better odds, you know?
I mean, I like the 49ers. I want them to win, and they're probably going to win. But at the end of the day, it's a coin toss. Like, we don't know. The ball ain't around. And if you can get a dollar for $1.50, you just get more value here.
Yep.
And it could
I
happen.
agree.
It's a coin toss. So I'll take the dollar there. And the under, I just didn't like the line on that. But we could try maybe alternative total points. So we could do like under.
So the last time they played, they put up, it was 27-7. So that was 34 points. So I mean, I think under 40 is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, so you could do under 41.5 for a dollar wins a dollar. 8.
Pretty sweet.
I'm taking that bet. So boom, boom, boom. There you go. That's tonight's bets, y'all. Did y'all see that? It happened quick.
Good one.
Happened quick. You gotta look. You gotta be savvy.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to be quick. I'm posting it right here. So we have the Seahawks to win. And under 41.5. Money. Oh, and I already bet on this game. I already bet on the Seahawks. I forgot that I took them already for 25 cents.
Nice.
So yeah. Bop. Dude, there's Saturday games. Why is that happening? Do you know the reasoning for that?
No, are they in a different country?
I don't know. There's 3 of them.
Sometimes they put them in a different country. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it happens like once a year. They have games on Saturday.
Well, here it is. We got the Colts at the Vikings. Vikings favored by 4.5 points. As they should be, I think.
Right? They're 10-3. What time are the Vikings playing?
Looks about
1
o'clock.
Nobody's gonna be watching that game.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Vikings fans will watch it. But my point with that was that I think Kirk Cousins he typically plays fucking lights out when it's prime time. So I was just wondering if it was Monday night or something.
They're 10-3.
Yeah. No, they look pretty good. And the Colts are what? What are the Colts doing?
I think they're 4-6. 4-8.
Oh God.
Yeah.
They don't have anything to play for even.
No.
I mean, yeah, obviously you're taking the Vikings here. I think 4.5 is probably low, right? It seems like this is a stacked team going against a fledgling Indianapolis Colts who don't know what the fuck they are.
Jonathan Taylor.
Well, Jonathan Taylor, good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's a good ass player. But
can he carry the whole
Minnesota
team?
looks to be the real deal.
Yeah. I'll take the Vikings score a touchdown. A dollar gets you a dollar.
Streaming?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah. I can't see my. Oh wait, there I am.
You're right there.
Hey.
You're up there, yeah.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Hey, what do you think about the Browns versus the Ravens?
Me?
Yeah.
I think that's great. Good teams to go against each other.
That's what I was saying too. I think
That's-
they are two good teams.
That's a fantastic analysis.
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
think they're two solid teams battling it out.
You know,
Good balls.
the Browns are favored by 2.5. Isn't that weird?
You know what my grandpa always told me? He was taking the Browns to Super Bowl.
She said that her did you hear that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, I'm about to go take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
So does that mean you're taking the Browns against the Ravens? They're
No, and
only
you can
the
take
Ravens are only favored by
No.
2.5 points. I know
No,
that.
No, the Browns are favored by 2.5.
Oh, the Browns are favored by 2.5. I don't know. I mean, I'm going Baltimore here, and I think it could be higher scoring than 38 points. I don't know. These are two pretty good offenses. I will be right back.
I agree. I'm going to put $1 on the Ravens. And I'll put $1 on the over. Easy monies. Now we got Dolphins at Buffalo. This is gonna be a fun game. Buffalo's favored by 7. I'm taking Miami by 7. I mean, they have to not lose by 7, and I think this will be a close game. You know, $1 went 87 cents. I don't like that though. How about I go to let's make a parlay out of this. Tyreek Hill, baby. Right? Tyreek Hill. The cheetah. $1 to win $3? Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking money multiplier, motherfucker. Alright. And that's it. That's Saturday. Then we got Sunday. We got Falcons at the Saints. Yada, yada, yada. The Saints are favored by 4.5. What? Hey, what's up, dude? I see you. You're on camera. What? I don't know what to make about the Falcons and the Saints. Come on, man. Come on. I like the Saints, but they're favored by 4.5 already, so really don't see any value here. Maybe the under. I don't see too many points being put up here. Saints are 4-9. Falcons are 5-8. Ugh. Gross. Definitely taking the under. $1 to win 90 cents. That's fine. That's fine. And that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do on that one. Both teams to complete their first.
Hi, Archie.
What's up, dude?
Hi, Archie.
Dude, check out this bet.
What did I say?
Yeah, later, homie.
What is it?
Both teams to complete their first pass attempt. No way that's going to happen. The Falcons versus the Saints. I'll bet $1 to win 93 cents that's not going to happen. Dude, you know what I want to... Here's something I want to bet on. Are you with me, Tim?
I'm here. I'm listening.
I'm going to look this up and see if this is a thing, because I don't think it is. I want to bet on how many years Tom Brady is going to stay in the league. And I want to put $1,000 on like 10 years.
Yeah, that would put him at 62.
I don't give a fuck.
Isn't he 52?
I don't care. No, he's like 46.
How old is?
He's like 46.
Oh, okay. I
He's
thought he
like
was
45,
already.
46.
Oh, okay. I thought he was already in his 50s for some reason. Maybe it's just because how he played last week.
Or all season. It's not just him.
Or pretty much all season. He had a couple good games in fantasy anyway, but yeah, they played like dog shit.
It looks like you can bet on his next team, potentially.
And I've heard a lot about New England, about him playing in New England again.
You can bet on will he retire.
I think that he will personally, but I don't know.
I just wish
I
wish I
he
could
should.
put-
Not only do I think he will, but I think he should.
I wish I could put down like a 10-year bet, being like, I don't think Tom Brady will retire until the year 2032, and I want to put $1,000 on it and just forget about it, and then probably make like $2 billion.
At least wins one more Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good bet too for him to win another
Just
Super Bowl.
one more in the next 10 years.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing anything that's really up to date right now as far as like Brady bets go, which is kind of disappointing because I sort of thought that we lived in the age where you can bet on anything.
Well, you probably can. Just you'd have to like live in Vegas, probably.
I mean, that can easily be arranged.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to know.
It would be sweet. Dude, what would be awesome is if we could have a betting on balls headquarters like based in Vegas. And so we could like place like bets and shit like that you could only place in Vegas. Like we would have access to all that kind of shit. I don't know.
It can all be done online though, really, these days.
Yeah. I want like the betting on balls offices. The office building.
Nah, I'd rather have that in like Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
Aruba.
Yeah, probably would be way better, actually. You could have like satellite offices in Vegas.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, here's some week 15 specials. Do you see anything here that catches your eye?
Yeah.
I kind of like the first one.
I think that okay, so there's only one problem with that bet. Like I think it's a slam dunk actually. David Montgomery, I think today was diagnosed with, or he was put on the injury report as that he just has an illness. It doesn't like say what it is. So if it's like, if he's got the sniffles, he'll be fine. He'll play and he'll probably put up a fuckload of points. If he's got COVID, he won't play.
Huh. Interesting. So not worth betting on because of unknown factors.
There's a big unknown factor. Now I think Justin Fields is like almost certainly going to get 50 yards rushing. I mean, he has in like the last 6 games or something like that. But Montgomery, I don't know. See, Montgomery like might not even hit 50 yards if he did play. Like he could have 42 and a touchdown. Like he gets shit like that all the time.
Right.
Oh, it doesn't. Where's it? Where's his rushing yards?
Here
There
it
we
is.
go.
28, 20, 47, 52, 47. He had
Yeah.
88 in one game.
He had 178.
What?
Yes, dude. No, man. I've been
Against the
like
Dolphins?
I've had him, and he's he's incredible. He's wild. He's like Michael Vick. He's running all over the place. But the problem is, The Bears just are terrible, but he's not terrible. I don't think he's terrible. I think he's actually really good. I just think that his team is not at all.
Interesting. What about this Myles Garrett and TJ Watt? 3 sacks, that's a lot. That's a lot for 2 guys.
Well, here's the thing. If I was going to take 2 guys to get 3 sacks in a day, I don't think you'd be better I mean, there's nobody in the NFL who could do it other than those 2 guys.
Put a quarter on it. 25 cents.
It like gave you a warning. It was like you've been betting on balls too much.
Okay,
you need to check yourself because, buddy, this is too much betting on balls.
Now I'm gonna bet more instead of a quarter. I'm gonna double it. I'm gonna do.
You're giving
cents.
away too much fucking money to these people.
I'm doing 50 cents.
This is like a public service.
$20.50.
Hell yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you went with it? You took TJ Watt and Myles Garrett to get 3 sacks? I mean, dude, they have good matchups, and they are 2 of the best, linebackers in the NFL. So, Christian McCaffrey to record 100 scrimmage yards, 1 rushing touchdown, and 1 receiving touchdown. Holy shit! How many? How many fantasy points is that? So that's 10 for the 100, and then 6 plus 6. So that's 22 fantasy points. Honestly, that's about what I'm projecting him for. I mean, I think that getting all that is like, holy shit. Like, why not throw an extra 100 receiving yards on it while you're at it?
I'll put $1 on that.
I mean, I think he's going to score 22 points. Do I think he's going to get all this shit? I don't know about that, man.
Guess we'll find out.
I mean, if he does, that's a hell of a payoff. That's putting your money where your balls are. All of Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, and Trevor Lawrence. Oh, so they each have to go over 300 yards. No fucking way I'm taking that.
Mm-mm.
That is like insane. That's the most insane bet I've ever seen. I mean, the Christian McCaffrey one is like pretty nuts, but it's also like reasonable in a way. Wow. So, okay, yeah, I did want to talk about the Bills and the Dolphins. To me, that's like must-see TV this week. It's the game to watch. Good Lord. I mean, these 2 are divisional opponents. These 2 might be 2 of the better teams in football battling it out this week.
Did you see my bet?
I'm taking the Dolphins too. I'm with you on this one, and I'm taking Tyreek Hill to score a touchdown. I think that's
well. It's not taking the Dolphins outright. It's taking the Dolphins to not lose by 7.
Yeah, it'll probably be like if they do lose, it would be by.
Who knows?
I mean, it could be by 7, but it would most likely be like 2. Or 2 or 3. It would be a close game. You would
Maybe,
think.
Or 20.
These are 2 really close offenses.
I don't know. It could go either way. I have no fucking idea. But I think it's not unrealistic to think that the Dolphins could not lose by 7 in this game. I think it's a coin toss. And if you can get the coin toss in your favor, then fucking take it.
So the Dolphins to not lose by 7, which, I mean, I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win this game.
And hey, you know what's interesting about this? And Vegas seems to be thinking the Bills' defense is going to shut down Miami offense. And the reason I'm saying that is if you go to touchdown scores and you look at the odds, look at your odds for Cheetah to score a touchdown. $1 wins you $1.75.
That's disrespectful to a certain extent.
Same thing for Jalen Waddle. Same thing for Jalen Waddle. $1 only wins you $1.
On Waddle, I can kind of understand because he's been somewhat inconsistent. Tyreek Hill has been the furthest thing from inconsistent. Is he hurt? Is he injured? Is something going on with him? Like, why on earth would anyone think Tyreek Hill wouldn't have a monster against the Bills?
Your odds of betting on Josh Allen, Jeff Wilson Jr., or Raheem Mostert are higher than Jalen Waddle or Tyreek Hill, and that seems odd to me.
Well, it's almost infuriating. It's like, what football are you watching? I mean, to me, for my money, Tyreek Hill might be the most talented player in the entire league. I mean,
Oh, it's a
it's
winter snow game.
so.
Maybe that's why. 'Cause
Um,
maybe they won't pass it as much because of snow.
I don't know about that, man. Dude,
Also, it looks like Tyreek Hill's
just
coming
needs
off
to
of.
run it more.
It looks like he's coming off an ankle injury.
I thought he had like 20 points last week.
It says he's not on the injury report, but he had like a questionable ankle thing. Still,
Yeah, man, he's
I like him,
dominating this year.
and I like Waddle too. So since we already bet on Hill and the Dolphins to win, I'll go ahead and bet on Waddle to score a touchdown because $1 wins you $1.75. That's great.
Wow.
I'll take Josh Allen too because why the fuck not?
To run one,
Yeah, in the snow, let's see it.
I think you're probably right.
And I feel pretty good about that unless you see any other things that stand out on this game.
Don't Bills have like a pretty good running back? Like, did they something happened with their running back
Singletary.
recently? And like, no, it's not Singletary. It's like a new guy. And he had a really good game last week, maybe. James Cook. Go look at his last game. Maybe it wasn't him. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of a different team.
No,
I could have sworn something happened with
could-
the Bills
it could
running
maybe
game.
it could maybe be Hines, perhaps.
No, Hines sucks too. I thought
Um,
they got a free agent or there was like a rookie. I don't know.
nah, Reggie.
I guess
Gilliam.
not. Nothing. All right. Well, maybe I was just dreaming it.
No, it's just single.
Maybe I was dreaming that the Bills got a running back.
You know what's
That might have been it.
You know what's interesting about the Bills is first of all, look at Singletary. He's not putting up crazy amounts of points. Secondly, the Bills have kind of slowed down throughout the season. Thirdly,
What's funny is
Josh-
I feel like Singletary's actually done better than I expected him to.
Josh Allen has not been
No.
doing
12
what he
points
was-
against
you know,
Cleveland, 20 points last week.
look at the beginning of the season. He was putting up 30 points consistent. Last half of the season, it's like 20. That's a
Yeah.
huge decrease.
It is. Yeah. With
I-
some real stinkers in there, too.
I expect the trend to reverse, though, honestly. I think, getting into the games, getting into the nitty gritty in the end, I think he's going to go fucking full on Super Saiyan. This shit's going to be crazy.
They probably will.
Hold on to your butts, kids.
It's about to get wild.
Hey, while I'm over here looking at our fantasy stuff.
So we don't have to play this week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's our bye.
We get that
I
free
guess-
bye week.
I guess none of this really matters then.
Nope.
Okay. Wah, wah.
But next week, it definitely matters a lot.
We're on a losing streak. We've lost like a couple games, but we also haven't really paid too much attention. But
We
yeah,
haven't
whatever.
even looked at it for like 3 weeks. We clinched the
Yeah.
playoffs in like week 8. It was crazy.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yep.
All right, is there anything else we want to bet on here? Falcons and Saints. That's going to be boring.
Hey, you got the hot Detroit Lions against the yucky, good New York Jets.
Oh, yeah, I'll take the Lions here for $1.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Please.
Chiefs versus Texans. Come on, is anyone even going to watch this game.
The Texans don't have a fucking chance in hell. Like, no way.
14 points. Oh, and it won't let me bet on touchdown scores or anything yet. It's too early.
Dude, what would be funny is like so this is a critical week for like playoffs and fantasy. And like anybody can beat the Texans. What if they like sat Patrick Mahomes and like Travis Kelce this week? And like they didn't have to play because like it's the fucking Texans and like we're already in the playoffs and like
then I would
I
take
kinda
the
doubt that would
Texans and the under in that situation.
yeah.
Then we got Eagles and Bears. Eagles by 9. Steelers and Panthers. Gosh, boring. Cowboys and Jags. Of course, the Cowboys are gonna win. Broncos.
Hey, Trevor Lawrence is playing better though.
Yeah, but the Cowboys. I mean, they got a fantastic defense. I mean, come on.
They do. I agree.
Cowboys kind of remind me of the Patriots in a way when they get down to the nitty gritty. Except they actually get shit done, as the Pats have not this year.
Not yet, maybe recently. That's not the way it used to be, but
That being said, I'd take the Patriots over the Raiders here. I bet $1 on the Pats.
probably. I mean, New England's defense has just been really good this year. I mean, they're always really good, but the Raiders are really struggling. They've got, and what's weird is like they've got two guys that are they're probably the two leading guys in fantasy at their position in Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams, just putting up insane numbers and still not getting it done, not finding a way to win games with that. It's just it's kind of like what is even going on there? It's mind-boggling.
I don't know. It don't
Like,
look
I
good,
mean,
though.
Jacobs is literally putting up 100 yards a game and a touchdown every game, and Devontae Adams is being Devontae Adams, like he looks as good as he ever has. So it's that one. The Raiders really have left me scratching my head this year. Maybe they're just cursed or something. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with them, man.
Yeah, it's probably a curse.
It could be, right? It seems like the Raiders would be cursed. If any of the teams in the NFL actually were cursed, it's probably the Raiders.
Yeah, I think I saw a picture of their quarterback, and he was wearing like eyeshadow.
Derek Carr, yeah.
So I think he probably cursed them by doing that.
And they're Las Vegas's team. So like that's like I don't know. That's kind of weird too, right? Like that's like they're definitely being manipulated. Paid
Oh
off.
yeah, if there's any team that's gonna be
It's
by
getting
Vegas,
manipulated
it's gonna be
and paid
Vegas.
off. It's like, yeah, we're gonna get our rusher 1,000 yards, well over 1,000 yards this year, but we're gonna be 3 and fucking 10. Like we're gonna be terrible, you know?
That's
Like,
hilarious.
what the hell is going on?
All the refs are.
Yeah,
paid
no, we're
off
gonna
in
have a
Vegas.
1,000-yard receiver and a 1,000-yard rusher, but we suck. What the fuck?
I mean, hey,
Yeah, it's weird.
ball ain't round.
I guess. I think their defense is just bad.
That too.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. I think the only thing the Raiders are doing are, playing offensively, and you can't win games that way.
How do you feel about the Bengals going down to Tampa Bay?
Oh, well, they should destroy them. Bengals look like they are Super Bowl playoff bound, like gearing up for the playoffs. Jamar Chase looks at the tippy top of his game. Joe Mixon looks great. Fucking little Joey Burrow, just tearing it up like the little engine who could. And good God, you couldn't find a shittier breadbasket than Tampa Bay, man. They should all be ashamed. They should just walk off the fucking field. It would be a lot easier for everybody. I mean, if they just went ahead and forfeited the games, because nobody's playing to win there. The coach is an absolute dunderhead. it's a complete squander of talent. And I want to be real frank about something about Tampa Bay that nobody fucking talks about. But this is on Tim Ocean's personal fucking agenda. Mike Evans isn't a third of the fucking receiver that he's given credit for. He is maybe just bad. Like he might be like number 3 at best. He might see success at number 3. Where they got Julio Jones playing is kind of where Mike Evans should be playing. Like, dude, he is beyond fucking washed up. And I'm kind of, questioning if he's not got some kind of mental illness or something's wrong with him. The guy's just not right. And he's lost every bit of talent that he ever had. I think he.
I don't think Mike Evans has lost any talent. I think he was bought.
Maybe.
I think they bought him.
I don't think he ever. I mean, when he was younger, he was better, but
I think
he'll make a spectacular catch every once in a while, just because of his size, But
no, I think they bought him to drop balls. I think I've seen him intentionally drop balls throughout the season.
I just think that's giving him too much credit. I don't think he could intentionally do anything.
It's easy to just not catch something that hits your hands. Just be like, whoa.
Yeah, maybe.
Whoa.
I could see him being pretty good at that, actually. Whoa. Like the absence of being a receiver. Yeah. Well, actually, now that you're talking about it, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, think about it too. I mean, because everyone all season has been like, "This is the game that Tampa Bay is going to come back. This is going to be the game." And it's never been the game. It's never, not once. Like they've had like a couple, okay runs
or miracle games. You got the miracle game against New Orleans where it's just a flat out fucking like ball ain't round scenario. Like they just caught a miracle at the right fucking time.
But it shouldn't be a miracle game against New Orleans because New Orleans sucks. They're like one of the worst teams in the league.
Well, that's another thing. So that whole division, the whole division is absolutely garbage, man. What's scary is that the Tampa Bay will most likely be in the playoffs just because the division is so fucking bad. Yeah, I mean, you've got the hapless Panthers, you've got New Orleans, who isn't going anywhere. All their best players are like 40 years old. They are on the back half of their career by a long shot.
Yeah. Hey, look, the Bucks are number 1 in their division right now.
Yeah, at 6-7. That's pretty telling.
About to be 6-8.
Yeah. They're one of the worst teams in football, but that whole division, you could say that about any one of those teams in that. Yeah, you could say that about any one of those teams in that division is that they're one of the worst teams in football. And there's no excuse for Tampa Bay. No, absolutely fucking none, man. They've squandered every fucking resource they've had as far as I'm concerned. It's ugly to watch. As a fan of Brady and to have to see him finish his career out like this, I mean, it's just disgusting.
This isn't the end of his career.
It might not. You might be right.
He's not done. He's not going to end like that.
Well, I think he's done in Tampa Bay. I think that's almost. If I could put money on something, 100%, I'd say he's not going to play in Tampa Bay next year.
We'll see. But hey, man, that's about all the time I have. But
yeah,
thanks for joining me, man. And I'm excited to see how our bets play off, especially this daily fantasy thing that we did. Last time I did it, $1 won me over $100. So let's make some fucking money.
What time did the game start? Let's see, 8:15. So any minute now, right?
About next
30 minutes.
About an hour.
Next hour.
But I got to run, homie. It's been good.